I've got to do something that I don't like doing too often. That's got to admit that I was wrong here. I was wrong. Listen, if you've heard me talk about the Yankees for a while now, I've said that the Yankees are broken. By the way, Sal is off today. Let it rip up there in Saratoga, buddy. Have a couple of pops. Go make some money. Me and Sal back together on Monday. I've said forever the Yankees are busted. You guys know this. I don't need to be a broken record. The drafting and developing, the free agencies, the trades that they make, the roster construction, blah, blah, blah. But where I'm wrong is that I don't know that I said that they're actually as broken as they really are. Now they can't even diagnose injuries. Can somebody explain to me? And I'm open. I mean, please explain this to me, because I thought about this a million ways sideways. How can you have your first baseman collide with somebody, Tatis, May 22nd, whatever it was, and in early August, finally get a sense of what is wrong with him? Can somebody explain that to me? I mean, you want to talk about the height of negligence and incompetence. That's just embarrassing. Oh, well, listen, sorry, Anthony. Maybe that's why you're hitting 119 since you collided with Tatis on the pickoff attempt at first base. I don't know. Maybe because your brain got rattled so badly, you can't see your curveball, you can't pick up the seams. And by the way, by no means am I making light of Rizzo. I sincerely hope to God that he's okay. Forget about the baseball diamond. I just hope he's okay moving forward with his life. Listen, I'm going to also give you this, that every concussion's different, all right? The symptoms are different. It's not like an ACL or a UCL or a hamstring or a quad or a groin or a contusion, a grade 1, grade 2. Like, I get it. The brain is as complex as it gets. And if you know anything about concussions, and if you don't, you should know that they can cascade, which means what you feel, a week ago can certainly worsen. That's what cascading just kind of bubbles up and gets a little worse, in a week or in 6 or 7 days. We're talking months. And they won the game last night, too. I don't even know if I'm happy about that. I'll get to that later. Oh, you heard what I was saying the other day. I don't understand what is wrong with this team at every checkpoint, like the most fundamental level. And by the way, this is not the anomaly here. This is not an outlier. Well, every franchise is going to have an issue at some point medically. Yeah, they are. That's called being human, being fallible. You know what I mean? But let's not forget, who was acquired last year? Frankie Montas. What happened to Montas's medicals? They were either misread or ignored. Either way, it ain't good. What happened a couple of years ago with Aaron Judge? With the either misdiagnosis or whatever with the rib injury that he suffered diving for a ball in the outfield, which basically plagued him for a year. They got that wrong. You know what's crazy? What a bizarre world. Oh, I tell you, it is nuts in this sense. I was off yesterday. A little baseball for the little guy to attend to. The Mets. Now, of course, if you're a Mets fan, you remember this. And I was on SNY at the time. For years, the Mets medical staff was a disaster. Disaster. What a disaster. Disaster. Remember Jose Reyes' hamstrings? Remember all the stuff with the Mets? The Mets couldn't get the most basic medical component right. Now the Yankees have flipped there, right? Wow. And I said before, so I guess that would have been Wednesday, that I think that the Mets are in a better spot based on their baseball stuff, their prospects, how they smartly pivoted from a season that was going nowhere, and they actually did something, an abrupt about face. Get rid of this guy, get rid of that guy. Let's get some prospects. Here's the new direction. Let's go. And the Yankees don't know what they're doing. They're still on this carousel, in my opinion, to nowhere, unfortunately. They didn't make trades. They didn't get rid of anybody. So I don't know what the Yankees are doing, and we can debate that a million ways sideways. So I don't know how you debate the incompetence of this latest episode of the New York Yankees. To me, it's just another illumination of how many things they do wrong. Let me even rephrase that and pose it in the form of a question. Alex, sir, what do the Yankees do right? Yeah? Instead of, because it's going to be a lot more of a direct route to get to that answer than when I ask you, what do the Yankees do wrong? Which seemingly, for a while has been pretty much everything. And at the risk of being redundant, but just to prove how the lists are different, like, do they draft well? No. Do they develop players well? No. Do they get the right free agents? No. Do they go and get the big free agents? No. Do they make intelligent trades? No. Do they have, in terms of a forward-thinking baseball acumen point of view, roster construction? No. Do they penalize people within the franchise for not doing their job well? No. Matter of fact, it's a complete antithesis. You get extensions like Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone. And I checked out on Aaron Boone the other day, by the way. That 18, if you missed that 18 strikeout game on national TV, the post-game excuse or positioning of the effort of the Yankees, that's it. That's where I said, you know what? I've always defended Booney. Good guy. Hasn't been given a great roster. He's weathered injuries. But that's it. So I'm out on really everything about the Yankees except the fact that I'm a Yankee fan. I'm never going to get out on that, So that's the list of what they don't do well. So now I flip it to you again. What is the list of things that they do right? And I'm saying this because I sold it short how broken they are. I was wrong. Because now they can't even diagnose properly a concussion. Not a day after it. Not a week after it, not 2 weeks after it, not even a month after it. 2+ months of this poor guy rolling out of bed and feeling like, holy hell, as he described it, like a hangover. I mean, we all know about those, right? Going and digging into a batter's box 4 times a night, trying to hit a spherical object when his brain is all over the place, trying to pick up seams and trying to delineate between, is this a 97-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball? Is this an 83-mile-per-hour changeup that's about to dart into the dirt? Is this a 93-mile-per-hour slider that's either going to explode into me or away from me? I mean, this poor guy. And we've been bagging on Rizzo. No, bag on the Yankees. Like, Rizzo didn't forget how to hit. We could have debates or conversations, probably a better way to put it, to varying degrees of, how much he really still has left in the tank. Like, if the Yankees are able to, hopefully, really reboot this offseason and he's still here, is he going to hit 30 home runs? Is he going to hit 23 home runs? Is he going to have an OPS of 820? Is he going to have an OPS of 720? I don't know. But I know he's not the guy that we've watched the last 2 months. I don't understand that. Like, so you guys know I worked with Tiki for 11 years, and I've been with Sal for almost 2 weeks. 2 phenomenal weeks, by the way. Imagine me, and I'll use Tiki as the example more directly because we've worked together so long. Like, imagine, and I think I know the guy really well. Imagine him coming in for 2 months, and really being so off his game and almost incoherent and babbling on the air. I'm going to say that's the audio equivalent of the way Rizzo has played, since the concussion. And me not ever saying to the guy, dude, you all right? Is everything okay at home? Do you feel right? Like, imagine that. Or Spike, or Chris Olivero, or Hoff, our producer, be negligent. I'll just keep flipping over the mic. Tiki sounds completely incoherent, but he'll be okay. Just pathetic. Wow. 877-337-6666. All right, let's get to Jonathan in Brooklyn. First up on the Fan, BT and Sal. What's going on, Jonathan?
Hey, good morning, Brandon. Great show, man. I just want to say this. You and Sal have moved to the top of the list of my favorite duo on sports radio, bro.
I appreciate
Awesome,
that, man.
Awesome content. Awesome. And more so you, Brandon, because you're one of the few on here that keeps things in perspective and you know, you bring a sense of objectivity to the Yankees, and you're a Yankee fan like myself. But I appreciate that. You want to talk about what you've been mentioning about, you know, with the latest development with Rizzo's injury. Call it what you want, a misdiagnosis. Aaron Judge, so it's evident that, I don't know, man, I get the feeling that upper management is just mismanaging this team like we haven't seen in decades. You know, you take a look at Judge. The guy's a warrior. He's obviously hampered by that toe injury, you know, ligament damage, whatever it may be. And latest with Rizzo and this concussion, although I think he had a part of it in not telling them, but it just goes to show that these guys are warriors. They're ballers, and they want to be out there. They want to be helping the team, especially Judge. And even when that injury happened, I said that they should just shut him down, let him get the surgery, and be ready for 2024.
Yeah.
I believe, you know, the Yankees just are not like they used to be, where it was win at all costs, you know, get whoever we need at the positions to solidify those positions. And they just care about, you know, the money aspect. Keep people in the seats. Let's get our stars out there and win whatever, 88, 95 games, make it to the playoffs, and that's that. That's been that MO the last, who knows.
And by the way, John, you know what's sad about that, Jonathan? And I appreciate the call. Certainly appreciate the kind words. Thank you, buddy. From our perspective, right, because I'm going to go back to the question that I posed. What do the Yankees do well? Well, the one thing they do extraordinarily well is the one thing that you have to do well in business, and that is make money. They're outstanding at that. Nobody's disputing it. I mean, Hoff was at the game last night. His little boy's a Yankee fan. Dove was at the game last night, executive producer of the New York Yankee radio broadcast. And I didn't see the exact numbers. For that 44, thank you, Hoff, 44,000 people there. And I think that that's amazing because that tells me that there's 44,000 people who are like, I still believe in this team. And I respect that. I disagree because I don't believe in this team. But why in their minds? Think about this, not from our point of view, not from a visceral point of view, not from an emotional point of view. Think about this from a pragmatic point of view. You're Hal and his business partners. They're printing money. What's wrong in their world? Nothing. So you're right. We won 92. We win 95. Maybe we mess around. We win 100 like Boone did twice early on. And we get bounced by whomever, usually the Astros, and we'll call it a wrap, and we'll make money hand over fist, and that's it. Everybody's happy. But we're not happy. That's the irony. They're ecstatic, and we're pissed, and rightfully so. How about Vinny in Brooklyn? Vin, what's going on, buddy? How you doing today? BT and South Show.
How you doing? Good. I think you're missing a couple of things.
Okay.
I'm a Met fan to start off. Let you go with that. The thing that the Yankees do good, better than just about anybody, is what you have to do to win is they make the playoffs. More than almost, right, in the last 30 years, let's say. Mm-hmm. They've made the playoffs probably more than, I don't have the exact number.
No, more than everybody. They've missed four times. More than everybody.
Teams have proven, Philly last year, the Marlins, if you get, all you got to do is get in and anything. They don't play meaningless baseball, the Yankees. Even a couple of times they got eliminated, they probably got eliminated the week before. So that allows them to get those 45,000 numbers that you're talking about. Of course, you know, if they were like the Mets right now, they'd have 10,000 people going, and they wouldn't be able. And the other thing, I don't understand how you wanted them to sell. They're 2 games out or 3 games out. The day of the trading deadline, they were 3 games out, and
I wish they sold. I wish they sold. No, Vinny, Vinny, calm down, Vinny, calm down. I wish they sold. Thanks for the call, pal. I was going to say, sell. I was going to start singing, celebrate good time. Come on, too late. Can't even sing the song. Can't even sing celebrate. A little Cool in the Gang for you. Now that's good music. Hoff, what do you know about them? You like them? I love them. I mean, seriously, though, like, Fantastic. Okay. They got it. They're in the tournament. They've got a chance. No, they don't. They don't. Who is taking the baseball game? I don't want to branch into too many different directions here. The focus is this mismanagement with Rizzo. Many levels of culpability here. And I just don't get it. But just for the baseball side, again, for a moment, who's taking the baseball game too? Who is that? So let's say that Cole goes out and throws a gem, which he almost always does. And hopefully they get run support for him, which they don't always do. But you know Cole's a beast. We love Garrett Cole. Worth every penny. Amazing. Actually, Garrett Cole, when I really think about it, Garrett Cole might be the best Yankee pitcher I've ever seen. Outside of Mariano. In terms of starters, Clemens had some big years. Pettit, obviously. I was too young for the late 70s, so I didn't see vintage Guidry. I get that. Whatever. I don't need to run down the list here. I'll just stick with that opinion. If he's not number one, he's right there. He's that good. Who's getting the ball in game two? Rodon? Carlos Rodon. Here's the pitch from Rodon. Ball 4. And here's the 2-2 from Rodon. Rocked in the gap. Rodon looks awful. Who's Rodon beaten? He had 5 starts? 4 have been miserable. And the one that was good was against a miserable team, the Mets. Oh, God. Ah, boy. It is 10:20 on the Fan. BT and Sal show. We're inside of our Town Fair Tire studio. Our friends at Town Fair remind you that you always get the guarantee lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. So I start the show apologizing to you. I am coming clean, and I am coming correct. My bad. I messed up. I'm sorry. I mean, I thought I nailed everything about the Yankees the last year and a half or so in terms of their glaring deficiency. I undersold it. I was wrong. They're even worse than I thought.